cruising has grown in popularity over the past several years, and while most of the itineraries were put on hold in 2020 due to the pandemic, travel experts point to river cruising as an ideal way to begin exploring the world once again. With us today is Gary Murphy, Senior Vice President of Sales and co-owner of AMAWaterways, to share why river cruising is surging in popularity. Hi, Gary.
Hi, Amy. It's great to see you. Thank you for this opportunity.
So what are some of the benefits of seeing the world via a river cruise?
One of the great things about river cruising is that you're sailing within the country. You're on a cruise ship, a river cruise ship, but you're sailing within the destination. So we follow the guidelines and protocols of the countries we're sailing through. River cruising also is a great use of the clients or your members' time. If you can imagine, at night, you're cruising. You wake up in a beautiful new port. And the most scenic parts of the river, we design our itineraries so you can view those in a perfect setting. When you arrive in a town with 150 passengers, 160 passengers, like an AMAWaterways ship accommodates, the town goes around its daily routine as if you weren't even there. You feel very welcomed. You walk right off the ship, and you have all the different sightseeing programs included. If you can imagine, with AMAWaterways, we carry 25 bikes. So you can go biking with 2 guides along the banks of the river. You can actually bike from one port to the next, or you can go on a hiking excursion with a couple of our guides, or we have a leisurely paced sightseeing tour, a moderate pace, and a more quick paced sightseeing tour. So it's a great use of your time, and we have something for everybody. It's great just to be part of the destination. It's not like you're witnessing it from afar. You're actually in the country itself.
So for someone who is new to river cruising, what is it like on board? What's included?
You know, river cruising, like we touched upon earlier, is a very, very fast-growing way of travel, way of experiencing these wonderful destinations. But what is new to river cruising, or what makes it so delightful, is the use of your time while you're on vacation. You wake up, you're in a whole new port. And you have an early riser breakfast if you choose to want to get out early. We have your main breakfast. We include, you know, your sparkling wines, your champagnes, your gourmet coffees, your teas, bottled water throughout your cruise. We also, at lunch, we include your beer and your wine and soft drinks, and your coffees, again, I mentioned, are included throughout your cruise. An hour before dinner, we host a cocktail reception, open bar. And then during dinner, just like at lunch, we serve exquisite wines, reds and whites, of course, beer, if you would like a glass of beer. Then after dinner, Amy, if you would like, for example, a gin and tonic, you can sign it to your escape room. We do this because over half the guests go ashore after dinner. And we don't think it's fair that those people going ashore are subsidizing those people that are staying on board for their cocktails. But what we also include are all the shore excursions. And even if they're culinary shore excursions, if you're going truffle hunting with a farmer on the Rhone, or going into a 200-year-old wine cellar in Rudesheim, or making pretzels in Wertheim, all of those are included. Plus, we have specialty restaurants. We have the chef's table, 14 or 15 different courses, different wines with the different courses. Those are all included. Very important in today's world is the internet. We include all the Wi-Fi, and we spend more on bandwidth than we do on fuel. We go crazy making sure you have the best speed and availability. So when you're going on a waterways cruise, you can feel very, very, you're not reaching into your pocketbook. You can really enjoy the experience and come back that much more enriched by visiting these countries in such a unique way.
So Gary, let's look post-pandemic. What are you guys seeing as far as booking trends?
Well, the members are telling us, the clients are telling us that they believe we'll be sailing, looks like July forward. Our bookings that are on the books now for May and June, a lot of people are moving out. So we have strong bookings for cruising end of July forward, and 2020, I remind our sales team of this, but 2022 is off the charts. I mean, we are far ahead of any bookings historically that we've had for advanced sales. But Amy, it almost should be that way because we haven't sailed last year, except for in the European market for the European traveler. And it looks like the first half of this or first couple quarters of this year, we're not sailing. So there's all this pent up demand. So if you are thinking of going on a river cruise, look now to book. We start cruising in March of next year, but we're also cruising. We anticipate cruising probably mid-July, but I don't know. I mean, I dropped my crystal ball some time ago. I have a bet with our chief marketing officer. She thinks we started cruising in May, but who knows?
Now, I'm booked to sail down the Rhine in September, and I can't wait. But let's shift gears a little bit, Gary, and let's talk to the seasoned river cruisers. What are some of the new and exciting things happening at AMA?
Well, you know, the pandemic has taught us a few things about how best to operate. We did operate this past year for the German-speaking market from June through November, late June into November. We had around 1,500 clients travel with us, and we didn't have any incident of COVID. So we designed the way, we sort of changed some of the designs. We've updated our kitchens. We're going to more like cooking stations where we're serving you. We are now also going to have a stateroom menu, so you can dine out on your balcony. So we've made these different changes, and I anticipate they'll be very, very well received.
Gary Murphy from AMAWaterways, thank you so much for joining us.